and Happy New Year. Today is Friday, January the 6th, already a week into 2023. My New Year's resolutions are going pretty well so far, touch wood. If you've got any New Year's resolutions this year, drop them down in the comments below and let me know how you're getting on. Hopefully, it's something to do with writing. What I'll do now is I'm going to quickly share with you a story reminder from last week's Short Story Starter episode. Then I'm going to share 2 submissions that I received this week, one of which is very exciting because it's our first submission from an adult, which is pretty cool. Then I will set you your new story writing prompt. Okay, let's find out what we were writing about. Right, last week's story writing prompt was entitled My 15th Day on the Moon. I decided that a lot of sci-fi stories, films, TV shows always start from the first day on the moon. So I decided it'd be quite a good little twist to do 15 days later on the moon. So writing from the first person perspective, 15 days on the moon. The 2 story submissions I'm going to share with you this week go in very different directions, but fully encapsulate that 15th day on the moon. So let's get straight into them. First up, a channel favorite is Natcha. Natcha has decided to write her short story this week based on a diary entry. And here is what she wrote in hers. Dear Diary, hello again. Sorry I haven't been writing for so long. I've been on an adventure. Me and our space group went to explore the Humboldt crater. It measures up to 207 kilometers in diameter. We found all sorts of information. Tomorrow, some of us are moving from the moon to go exploring the atmosphere of Mars. It's so exciting. Nobody's actually gone to the surface of Mars yet, only robots and rovers. And I really hope in the future I'm going to be able to go to Mars. Hi again. I just came back from dinner. We had some dried fruits and cookies. Some of us are going to stay on the moon, and some of us are going to go and investigate Mars. They pulled names out of a hat to see who gets to go and who gets to stay. And guess what? I get to go. I'm so happy. Although my best friend Amy didn't get to go with me. Anyway, I need to go and pack my bag for tomorrow. Bye. Our second submission comes from an adult, I should say, as she's American. It's pretty exciting because so far all of our submissions have been from children. And I have said that the Short Story Starter isn't just for children, it's for anybody. So it's pretty exciting to get our first submission from an adult. This is what Erika had to write. I slowly opened my eyes. I was expecting to see my tableside lamp beside me, but as I cleared away the last cobwebs of sleep, I realized that I was still in the metallic, sterile prison. It wasn't like any prison on Earth, though, as it was my own personal spaceship. Originally, I had been really excited to go to the moon. Thrilled, actually. What an adventure. I've always loved traveling. I thought the moon would be quite the achievement to add to my list. But what I didn't anticipate was just how boring it would be. The first 4 days were okay. Things were new. Things were exciting. I read and browsed all the different manuals on the ship. I went and sat in the driver's seat of the spaceship and envisaged that I was the one that brought us up here. But it didn't take long for life to become really dull. Although there were many things that I missed about planet Earth, the thing that I struggled with the most after 15 days on the moon were the menu options. I promised myself that I would never complain to my mum and dad again about their cooking. Everything was pre-packaged, pre-measured, and very hard to heat up. The mac and cheese had the consistency of a dirty sponge. I could never get the temperature right for my morning porridge. Some mornings it was so gooey that I couldn't eat it. Other mornings the oats were so crunchy they would almost break my teeth. But today was a different day. Today was going to be something exciting because today was chore day. I'd been looking around the spaceship for the last 15 days, rejoicing that nobody was there to nag me to tidy everything up. I left everything just the way I liked it. When I finished my meal, I didn't put the utensils in the sink, and quite frankly, I didn't even know how to wash them. I never put any of the food packets in the trash can because actually I was kind of annoyed at how wasteful everything seemed. I couldn't compost them or recycle them because there was nowhere for them to go. I felt frozen with fear, so I just left everything out. The dishes themselves were overwhelming. However, there was something even more ominous on my to-do list. Laundry. The laundry had been piling up and piling up. I kept staring at my socks strewn about on the floor, wondering when I was A, going to pick them up, and B, going to wash them. How was the washer going to work? What if it didn't work? What if I was stuck up here forever with dirty clothes? What if I was just going to die in a dump? Ugh. The future seemed so bleak. But I was determined to write a new chapter. So I slowly sat up, threw my legs over the side of the bed and stood up. I did a quick stretch and decided to start my day on a positive note by picking up a dirty sock. As I said, two very different stories. Love the fact that Natcha took the idea of the moon not just being the final place on her journey, but actually then being able to go to Mars. Informative as well. So you mentioned the Humboldt crater, which is a real crater on the moon. Fantastic to see some real life information being brought into your story, Natcha. Erika's story was fantastic. I love the fact that even though she's on the moon, life still becomes a bit dull and a bit dreary, which is probably what would happen up there on the moon, especially as it seems to Erika that she's completely on her own up there. After a while, the excitement wears away and things just go back to normal. Fantastic. Thank you both for sending those in. What I'll do now is share next week's story writing prompt. One thing that I love about writing is being able to write really descriptively and to create almost a picture in your mind. And I was trying to think, where could we go in our stories, in our writing, that will give huge amounts of colour, taste, sound, smell. And the first thing I really thought about was a market. I remember when I was growing up, I used to visit markets on a Sunday morning and be amazed at all of the different sights and sounds and smells. Since being in Thailand, that has doubled and tripled. The Thailand markets are incredible, full of different sensations. The smells as you walk around are incredible. The different amounts of food on display is amazing. So our short story this week is going to be called Sunday Morning at the Market. And what I was thinking was, you could almost picture yourself arriving at the market and walking down one of the aisles with stalls on either side and describe what's there, describe what's being sold, what the people are doing behind in the stalls, what sort of things are on display, what sort of smells. This is a great opportunity for something like personification. which is where you take something that's not human and give it human qualities, like a smell, for example. A smell could be dancing around in the air. I think a great opportunity to do some synonyms for colours. So rather than just red and green, you could have ruby, you could have emerald. Some fantastic opportunities for some really descriptive writing. I look forward to seeing what you send in. So this week's story writing prompt is Sunday morning at the market. I hope you enjoy it. Have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever time of day you're watching this from, and I will see you all very soon.